Thanks for joining us here at Functional Bliss, where Audra and Jessica will guide you through exercises and wellness techniques to help you live your best life every day. It's in the name after all, Functional Bliss. Before you do anything else, click like and subscribe and ring the bell so you'll know whenever we put up a new video. To join our Blissful Gang for live Zoom classes where you can get more direct suggestions and encouragement, go to our website and sign up. Check the class description below for any equipment needs, grab your gear, and let's get started.
Clear your stuff, clear your gear. We're going to start in a standing position, sort of. So bring yourself sort of to the back end of your mat. Hold the foam roller in front of you. Pause just for a second. Feel your feet connected to the floor. Just notice the edges of your roller in your hand. Awesome. And then with just a light handhold, so no squeezing on the edges of the roller. Inhale and just gently float your arms up. Exhale and float your arms down. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, float your arms down. Inhale, float your arms up, lift your chin up. Exhale, float your arms down, tuck your chin down, bend your knees, and we're going to start to roll our way down. So once you've got that bent knees, chin tuck, just take your roller with you, float it down towards the ground. Once your roller's on the ground, keep your knees bent a lot. And now we're going to walk with our roller. So you're going to start to walk your hands on the roller and your feet are going to walk across the ground. So you're going to get a little alternating pushing of your roller with your hands. It doesn't need to be extreme, but we just want to find that focused walk. Walk your feet, walk your hands. Once you hit that front end of your mat, you're walking backwards. Keep your knees as bent as you like so that you're not efforting too much in those back muscles of the legs. Nice work. Okay, the next time you come to the back end of your mat, now we're going to get a little bit more coordinated. So left hand, right foot are going to move forward. And then right hand, left foot are going to move forward. Left hand, right foot are going to move forward. Right hand, left foot. You see where I'm going? So once you've got that going on, you start to move it at your pace. And then once you hit the front end of your mat, same thing going backwards. So left hand, right foot are going to move back. Right hand, left foot. You've got it. One more time forward and back with that more coordinated rhythm. Beautiful. And then the next time you come to the back end of your mat, stay there and we're just going to start to steamroll the tops of the feet. Press into the roller up towards the ankle, down towards the toes. Beautiful. One more steamroll at the tops of the feet and then leave the roller on the ground. Bend your knees a lot. Slow and controlled, roll your way up. We're going to slow roll the bottoms of the feet with that nice soft position. So keep your body weight mostly in your standing leg and just softly roll the bottom of one foot. Nice. One more roll of that foot. And then when you're ready, switch to the other foot. Most of the body weight is going to be in your standing leg. Beautiful. One more roll of that foot. And then when you're ready, we're going to take it into the long spine. So bend down, grab your roller, switch it so that it's in the long way on your mat, and then move yourself in a way that makes sense to you. We are going to go up onto the occipital ridge today. So start by just finding your long spine, tailbone on one end, work your way down the length of your spine, come down with control. To start, make sure that your head is supported on the roller. Once you've got yourself onto your roller, arms are going to come out like a T, palms facing up. Just let your chest get nice and heavy, your arms get nice and heavy. Take a nice deep breath in. We're going to make some small snow angel arms. So think just that little, rather than big, hands all the way down to the hips, hands all the way up and overhead. Think about that smaller shape of those snow angel arms that you would really traditionally make if you were trying to make a snow angel. Nice. One more snow angel arm, and then hands are going to come all the way down so they're alongside the hips, and we're going to use our hands and use our butt to scoot your way back onto your roller, just so. So we want to think about, and I'll sit up just so I can make sure that you see where I'm saying. So there's that little ridge right where your skull bone meets the cervical spine. So you'll feel that little indentation. What we want to do is get the edge of the roller onto that little indentation. Once you've found your way there, you're just going to tune in for a moment and check and make sure that that feels like a safe and comfortable place to be. Everybody's head and neck is going to be a little different. If you have any neck injury or stuff that might be going on, you'll just scoot your butt back down and make sure your head is fully supported. If you're here and you have the corner or edge of your roller, finding that resting spot on that little ridge, that little scooped in place, take a nice deep breath, soften your shoulders, relax your arms. And then ask yourself where would be the most supportive position with your arms. I like them out at a T, but you can do any configuration that feels supportive so that the whole bottom half of the body feels like it's pretty stable. And then once you've got the bottom half of the body as stable as it can be, you're going to do little micro turns of the head. So tiniest little tilt of the head side to side. See how that feels. If you get here and that does not feel like good work for your head or your neck, you're going to scoot your butt down and the full skull is going to be resting on the roller. But if it feels okay to be here, a couple more little micro turns of the head. And then the next time your head turns to the right, you're going to hang out there, take a nice big breath. And then see how it feels to do little micro nods of the head up and down, super small, super mindful. So if you get here and something doesn't feel right, you're going to come off of it right away. But if it feels okay to be there, relax your jaw, relax the space between your eyes. One more little nod of the head up and down here. Come back to center, pause, do a quick assess. How's everything feeling? And then if everything's feeling okay, turn your head to the left, pause there, take a breath. And then if all is feeling good on the left side, a little micro nod of the head up and down. One side might feel different than the other. So if you get here and something feels off, bring your head back to center, scoot your butt down, you're done with the work here. But if all is feeling good, soften your jaw, soften the space between your eyes. One more nod of the head up and down, and then we're bringing the head back to center. Pause there, take a breath. Nice. And then hands are going to find the roller, the butt end of the roller. So once you've got the butt end of the roller, you're just going to pull yourself down a little bit so that the tailbone is coming towards the end of your roller. And now your head is fully on the roller and feeling nice and supported. Once you've got your head on the roller, let everything rest for a second. Let the back of your neck rest, let your shoulders rest. Just notice if you feel any sensation. It should feel warm, like you just massaged that area, but no bad stinging sensation. So make sure everything feels good. And then once you feel like everything feels good, now we're going to anchor down into our legs. So feet are going to feel solid on the ground so that you could freely move your both hands away from the floor. Hands are going to come down alongside the hips, and we're just going to do big arm raises. So we're going to lift the arms all the way up and overhead, just as far as they can go. You can even let your ribs lift up off of the roller so that your fingers can touch the floor. And then as you float your arms back down, let your ribs anchor back onto the roller. Add the breath. Inhale, raise your arms up just as far as you can allow them to go. Exhale, bring the arms back down. Inhale and raise your arms up. Exhale to lower them down. 2 more to go here. Inhale, lift your arms up as far as they'll go. Exhale and lower them down. And keep in mind here, if you hit that sticky point where you're raising up straight in front of your chest, you can always swing the arms out just a little bit to move around that acromion process so your shoulders move as freely as you like. The next time your hands come down alongside your hips, you're going to anchor into your hands. So you're going to tent your fingers and start to alternate some toe taps. You're going to pick up one knee and then the other. You're going to keep your spine fairly neutral or pressing down into the roller. So you're going to find the position in your center that feels the most strong and stable. Nice job. Now, the next time your right knee picks up, you're going to hold that right knee up. And now you're going to go opposite hand. So right knee, left hand are going to reach up. So think just half of a dead bug. Take a nice big breath. Release your left hand, release your right leg. Left leg is going to lift up. Right hand is going to reach up. So you get that half of a dead bug here. Stabilize your center. Take a breath. Beautiful. Set your foot down, set your arm down. And now we're going to take big, giant arm circles. So we're just going to swing those arms around as wide as you can, circling all the way up and overhead and then down towards the hips. One more big circle around. And then when you're ready, reverse directions, go the other way. Beautiful. One more big giant circle around. And then when you're ready, we're going to come off our roller. So take your time as you roll off to one side, but now we're going to move that roller up so that it can be underneath the head like a pillow. So reposition your roller. Once you've got your roller repositioned, we're going to place our head on the roller like a pillow. Once you've got your head on your roller, step your feet in so feet are about hip width distance apart, knees nice and bent. Let your arms come out at your sides and we're going to press the palms down. So flip your palms so they're facing down towards the ground. My arms are about 45 degrees away from the side of the body. Press your arms down, press your shoulders down. Keep your head neutral. Relax the press in your arms, relax your shoulders. And then we're going to do that again. Press your hands, press your arms, press your shoulder heads down, and then release. Do that one more time. Press your hands, press your arms, press your shoulder heads. And now we're going to add a head turn and we're going to coordinate that just a little bit smoother. So you're going to press arms, hands, shoulders down as you turn your head to one side. And you're going to release as you come back to center. Press arms, hands, shoulders down as you turn your head to the other side. And then bring it back to center. Press everything down, turn your head. Release. Press everything down, turn your head. And release. One more time each side. Press everything down, turn your head. Doesn't have to be a huge head turn. Come back to center. Press everything down, turn your head. Nice. Come back to center. Come to center, find that restful position. Relax your arms, relax your jaw. Take a nice deep breath. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, we're just going to lift off so that we can prop ourselves up and move that roller so that it's underneath the shoulder blades. So once you've got that roller underneath the shoulder blades, crisscross your arms, one on top, one arm on bottom, and then just rock yourself a little side to side. Lovely. Now, the next time you come over to the right, stay there. We're going to let the body weight lean in a little bit. So keep your crisscross arms, let the knees drop over to the side. And then with as much body weight as you can stand, just let the top of your body get nice and heavy into the roller. One more breath. And then we're going to take our arms and draw them in little micro circles. So we're going to stay in that sort of side leaning position. And then just imagine that you're pulling your shoulders around in circles, go in one direction. And then draw circles, go the other way. Beautiful. And now we're going to roll back to center. So pick your knees up, come back to center, take a couple little gentle rocks side to side. Sometimes my roller gets out from underneath my shoulder blades, so I also like to kind of crawl it down as I rock a little side to side. And then when you're ready, come to center, switch the cross in your arms, readjust your roller as needed, come back to that little rock side to side once you've crossed your arms in the other direction. Nice. And then when you're ready, roll over to the left. We're going to roll all the way over onto the side. Keep that little hug of your arms if you can. And then think about letting the top half of your body get heavy into the roller. And then once you're heavy on the roller, your breath does the rest of the work. So take 3 nice deep breaths here. And if it helps you find that good breath work, think about breathing into your rib cage. Nice. Now we're going to keep that sideline position and start to roll around in circles. So we're just circling the ribs in one direction or circling the shoulders, whatever helps you find that movement. And then when you're ready, take those circles and draw them the other way. Nice. One more circle around, and then with control, we're rolling back to center. Now we're going to release our hug. Arms are going to come up into cactus or goalpost position, push into your feet. And now we're going to do that big roll of the shoulders. So as you roll up towards the tops of the shoulders, let your arms reach up. And then as you pull back down, let your arms come back to that goalpost position. Arms are going to move with the rolling motion. Beautiful. Two more big rolls up and down. And then when you're ready, you're going to set your butt down and we're going to move the roller so it's nice and tight up against the low back. So you're going to prop yourself up, pull that roller up nice and tight up against the low back, hug your elbows against the back side of the roller, lean in just a little bit and do those little micro windshield wipers with the knees. One more little micro windshield wiper with the knees, and then we're going to kind of shift our hips, roll over onto the soft side body. So you hike your ribs up, move everything around so that you get the soft side tissue onto the roller. And then once you're there, we're going to tilt forward just a little bit. So you're going to take that top shoulder, tilt forward just a little bit. So you might feel that top edge of your rib hugging up against the roller, and then see if you can come back to the breath in the rib cage. Breathe into your rib cage, let the ribs expand. Exhale through the nose, nice and slow. Two more breaths here, breathing into the rib cage. Beautiful. And then with control, come back up, over, and across. So we're moving over to the other side. You pivot yourself around in a way that makes sense, but find that soft side tissue of the body. Once you've found the soft side tissue, then we tilt forward a little bit so that that top edge of your rib hugs against the roller. And then once you found your way there, all you've got to do is breathe. See if you can focus your breath into your rib cage. One more breath. All right, when you're ready, slowly and mindfully roll back up. And now we're going to push into the roller, sit your butt onto the roller, and then find a comfortable seated position. So you want your butt to feel good, your legs in a good position so you can reduce efforting in your seat for a moment. And then once you've found your seated position, hang onto your knees. We're going to pull into the knees, lift the heart forward just a little bit so you feel a little squeeze in the shoulder blades, and then pull the abdominal muscles in and then pull your ribs back. So cat-cow, but focus on that pressure of work. So pull into the knees, pull your heart forward just a little bit, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then pull the ribs back and pull the abdominal muscles in. Do that one more time. Pull into the knees, pull the heart forward, squeeze the shoulder blades, pull the ribs back, pull the abdominal muscles in. Awesome. And then find a neutral spine and start to find some windshield wipers here. You can let your hands go. You can readjust your hands in any way that works good for you. Beautiful. And then take it into that bigger roll across the hips, rolling from the side of the glutes to the side of the glutes. Nice. Now, the next time you roll over to the right, stay there and give a couple of good rolls up and down. Lovely. Now we're going to stay on the right side, but we're going to roll up just enough so we can get that top side edge of the thigh to find the roller. And we're just going to do 3 little micro rolls into that side top edge of the thigh. And then on the last one, you're going to lean into the side of the thigh. Let as much body weight be on that space as you can. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Cool. And then when you're ready, slowly, mindfully lift off, come back through center, and then take it over and across to the other side. And once you're over on that left side, big roll on the side of the glutes. One more roll up and down. And then we're going to find that top side edge of the thigh. So find that connection point with the roller and then lean into it with as much body weight as you can stand. Take a nice deep breath. Beautiful. And then when you come back to center, we're going to get ourselves so that we can sit in a crisscross applesauce position. So butt's going to stay on the roller. You're going to crisscross your legs. You'll readjust anything that you need to. So basically we want to find that nice tall upright lifted spine. And then we're going to start with a little bit of a light rotation. So rotate to one side. And then once you've found that light rotation, you're going to imagine that you're kind of climbing your ribs upwards. So you're going to imagine that you're walking with your ribs up towards the sky, walk them up as much as you can. And then once you couldn't possibly walk up any higher, roll the shoulders down, relax into your spine, take a nice deep breath. Keep that rotation, but turn your head. So if you're rotated to the right, turn your head to the left. Once you've got that left turn, you're going to tip your head back just a little bit, like you're just giving that little jock nod with your chin. And then when you're ready, release your chin, release your head turn. We're going to take our rotation to the other side. So start by finding that light rotation. Once you found your rotation, we're climbing the ribs. Like you're trying to walk your ribs up your spine, lifting up as tall as you can. And once you feel like you couldn't possibly lift your ribs any higher, roll your shoulders down, relax your spine, turn your head to the right, tip your chin back, release your chin, release your head turn, come back to center, keep your butt on your roller, send your legs out in front of you, super generous bend to the knees, and we're going to take it into a light forward fold. So you're going to keep your knees as bent as you can, keep your butt on the roller. Once you're there, take 3 nice big breaths and see if you can just breathe into the back of your rib cage. Awesome. When you're ready, slowly come up and out of that fold. We're going to lift the roller up and out, and we're going to come around into a tabletop. So if you like, just come off of your roller in a way that makes sense to you. Move your roller around, but we're going to go off sides. So we're going to have one thigh on, one leg is going to be off, and we're going to be rolling the tops of the thighs. And I'm going to start with my awkward side, but just so that you can see what's going on. So as you push your roller over to one side, so that we can get the top of the thigh on, you're still going to support with the upper body, and then you're going to swing the other leg in, so it's sort of a bent knee position. And then we're going to use that leg to kind of control the roll. So we're going to start by rolling just the top quadrant of the thigh. And then if it feels good, you'll add a little bit of rotational movement. So you'll let your hips kind of swivel and move, maybe find the inner edge of the top of the thigh, maybe the outer edge of the top of the thigh, any little movement that you can find. And then come to the most sensational part in that top of the thigh and relax as much of your body weight onto the roller as you can. Take a nice deep breath in. Cool. And then you're either going to manually move the roller or you'll move yourself up the roller. I'm going to just pick up my thigh and scooch the roller down. But now we're going to find that middle quadrant of the thigh. The other leg is still going to stay in that bent outward position. And then we're just going to roll up and down as much as you like. Maybe finding a little rotational movement as well. So maybe you turn the thigh slightly in, turn the thigh slightly out, but only if that little bit of rotation feels good. Nice. And then tune in for a moment, notice the place where you feel the most sensation, and then land on that spot. Let your leg get nice and heavy. Take a nice deep breath. Lovely. And now we're going to move the roller down one last time. So you're going to move it down to the bottom quadrant of the thigh, but staying off of the knee joint, and then back to our roll. Same thing here. If you like a little rotational movement, you'll kind of wiggle that left leg around, or whatever leg you're working on, you'll wiggle it around. So maybe you find the inner edge, maybe you find the outer edge, any place that feels good. Take a moment to notice the place where you feel the most sensation. Then once you know where that is, land on that spot, let your leg get nice and heavy. Take a nice deep breath. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, push into the leg that's on the ground, push into your arms, lift yourself up and off through that tabletop position. Now we're going to pass the roller over to the other side, get your thigh on top of the roller, and then the other leg bends and comes up. Once you've got your way there, we're working through that top third part of the thigh. So you're just rolling yourself up and down, maybe adding a little bit of rotation so that you find the outer edge and the inner edge. Nice. Take one or two more rolls here, but tune in and pay attention. Where is the most sensation? Once you've found the place that has the most sensation, you're going to land on that spot. Let your leg get nice and heavy. Take a breath. Awesome. And then either you'll move your body or you'll move the roller. So you're going to move it down to that middle portion of the thigh. Once you're there, away we roll. Beautiful. Find the most sensational part. Rest on that place. Take a breath. Awesome. And then one last time, we're going to move that roller down so it's at that bottom quadrant of the thigh. Move it with your hands or move yourself up, whichever gets you there. And then once you're there, you roll as much as feels good, adding that little internal, external rotation if that feels nice. Beautiful. One more roll and then find the most sensational spot. Rest on that spot. Let your leg get as heavy as you can. Awesome. And then when you're ready, slowly and mindfully, we're going to come back up through that tabletop position. You're going to move that roller so it's coming across your hip points and then land your hip points on your roller. Take a second to walk your legs just a little bit wider. So maybe your toes are pointing towards the corners of your mat. And then just before you would lay heavy on the roller, just check if this feels like it's a little too much pressure on the bladder to relax onto it. You're going to stay a little bit more supported in the upper body. If this feels okay and your bladder feels comfortable enough, walk your elbows nice and wide. Let your chest sink down. Let your forehead rest on your hands. And we're going to take 3 nice deep breaths here with as little effort as possible. Imagine you're breathing into your rib cage, especially if you can feel connection points of your ribs connected to the ground. See if you can feel that movement in your rib cage. One more breath, the biggest breath you've taken all day. And then when you feel ready, slowly start to prop yourself up back into your tabletop position. And then just to finish and find our way up, walk your roller forward, maybe take a light little puppy pose just to get that little reach through the upper body. And then when you feel ready, pull that roller back in. We're going to step the feet in so we find a folded position. So step your feet in. Hands are going to stay on the roller. Knees are going to stay nice and bent. And then we're going to imagine that we're lifting our sitting bones up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, bend your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, take your time as you roll up nice and slow. Oh my gosh, you guys did so much good work today. I love it. All right, wriggle out your shoulders. Be sure to drink plenty of water after water. What am I, from Pennsylvania?